Well, good morning everyone from Port Fairy here in Victoria, half an hour's drive from Warrnambool. We had the pleasure of staying here overnight at Dunmore House, a beautiful property here in Port Fairy, immaculately presented, intricately furnished, beautifully decorated. It's just gorgeous. It's like a secret garden here in Port Fairy. I love it. It's so peaceful and tranquil. I'm just going to show you the surrounds first before I go through our plans for today. It's a shame we're only here for one night because it really is a gorgeous property. It'd be a lovely place to stay if you had a large group traveling with you. It's just wonderful first impression when you walk in. So thank you very much, Dunmore House, for the opportunity for my family and I to stay here overnight. And I won't speak too loudly because the kids are still asleep, but the hosts really do look after you when you're here at Dunmore House. Look at this place. It's wonderful. Spend all day here looking at everything. Again, beautifully furnished. Beautiful. Okay, so the plan today is to drive back to Warrnambool, just to have a look at the town, the historic town of Warrnambool, and maybe even top up for a quick charge at the Warrnambool Tesla Supercharger. The ultimate aim today is to drive to Tailem Bend in South Australia, which is about probably an hour and a half outside of Adelaide. There is a supercharger there as well and a famous racetrack I want to check out. So to get to Tailem Bend from Warrnambool, it requires 2 charging stops, once in Horsham in Victoria and once more in Keith in South Australia. So we should be able to make both charging stops quite comfortably with the range that we have. All right, I'll speak to you soon at Warrnambool and we'll go through the trip planner together. See you shortly. All right, just a quick top up at Warrnambool Supercharger this morning, and a lot busier this morning on the Saturday after Good Friday. Not a public holiday this morning, so a lot busier, and I'm sure the public toilets are open at the Armada Gateway Plaza if required. All right, so we've reached 86% here at Warrnambool, and we'll probably stop charging very soon, and let's see how much charge we need to get to Tailem Bend. That's where we're going today. There we go, Warrnambool, that's Horsham, Victoria, and that's Tailem Bend. Keith Supercharger is here as well, so we could probably stop there and have a look too, but with 86% state of charge, we can comfortably reach Horsham. Oops, sorry. Can reach Horsham, Victoria with 32% state of charge for 30 minutes, and then reach Tailem Bend with 10%. But like I said, I'll probably stop at Keith, South Australia before that as well, just to show you guys what's out there. All right, let's unplug and hit the road. Alright everyone, welcome to Horsham, Victoria, and we've been on the road for the last 2.5 hours, so a pretty long drive, and we started in Warrnambool with 91% state of charge, and now it's 27% state of charge, so yeah, very long drive, and the car certainly held up very well. And you can see there preconditioning for fast charging, sorry, so that's what the car does when you reach a supercharger. It warms the battery up even more, so you get a faster charging rate. Alright, so we're heading into Horsham Supercharger now, and I'll just show you that what's good is that there are 3 stalls available, so that's the good thing about Tesla Nav. It tells you how many stalls are available when you head into a supercharger. go. There you go, next to the My Car. Excellent, good. I'll take this button here. V3 Superchargers. So this should be pretty quick. And these people are done as well, so excellent. Should be even faster. Fantastic. Good. All right, let's plug in. And look at that. We really have to charge because you won't be able to reach Tailem Bend with the charge that we have. Okay, so Joy's going to plug in. Thank you, Joy. V3 Superchargers. You can tell with just the one plug. Charge flap goes up. Plug in. Turns green very quickly. That's what I like about V3. Excellent. And there's the fan whirring away straight away. Excellent. And 3 stalls. 1, 2, and 3. And it's in Horsham Plaza, so a few things there. Toilet amenities, that's important. We'll go take a look at that. And open 7 days too. Excellent. Tesla vehicle charging, good signage. And on the floor as well. Tesla. Very good. Look for the My Car. And it's in the corner of the car park. It's a pretty big car park too, so I like big car parks because, you know, I think there's less chance of being iced unless it's really busy. Okay, so at 29% state of charge, it's charging at 100 kilowatts. Let's see if it goes any faster. I've just put the charge limit as 82%. We need to top up for 30 minutes to continue our trip to Tailem Bend. But what I might do now is actually plug in Keith as our next destination rather than Tailem Bend, which is that one. That's Keith there, and that's Tailem Bend. So I want to visit Keith first before we hit Tailem Bend. So let's press Keith. Keith is actually a 125 kilowatt supercharger, so version 2. So in that case, we need to top up only for 14 minutes. But what we'll do is actually charge up to 82%, just to be safe. Alright, so with 72% state of charge, the car now tells you you've got enough charge to continue the trip. So that's one good thing about the Tesla nav these days. If you are, I guess, in a bit of a hurry, then the car will tell you, yep, you're good to go. You can actually reach your destination, i.e. Keith, with 18% state of charge. But just to be safe, we like to just be a little bit over, so we're going to top up to maybe 80 to 90%, somewhere around there. It's not that much longer really, 12 minutes, because it gives you time to stretch your legs, go to the bathroom. But at this stage, we will reach Keith at 3:55 p.m. It'll take us 2 hours and 9 minutes, and the journey will be 201 kilometers. Okay, the car's finished charging. Let's unplug, push in, wiggle, wiggle out, and we latch it back. Thank you very much. Another successful Tesla supercharging session. Okay, welcome to the town of Keith. I am traveling at 110, and it was 110. There was some road work, but it didn't pick up the new 110 sign, but I can assure you that it is definitely 110. However, we are coming now to 80, so I will slow down for the town of Keith. And we're going to top up before we head into Tailem Bend for our hotel tonight. And Keith is a V2 supercharger. So there should be 4 stalls. I'll just scroll down there. There we go. 4 stalls available to use. General rule of thumb is that multiples of 2, it's a V2 supercharger. Multiples of 3, it's a V3 supercharger. Scroll down there. There we go. 60 kilometers an hour. So we crossed into the South Australian border And about 5 minutes into the after we crossed into the border, into the South Australian state, the car's clock changed over and wound back by half an hour. So that only happened 5 minutes into the drive after we crossed the border, which was quite interesting, I thought. So we've been on the road for about 2 hours now. Pretty good drive. The car held up pretty well. So this will be pretty much the last top up before we head into Tailem Bend. Okay, so turn left into Ellis Street. Look for the Holden Farmers Centre.
Now turn right onto Heritage Street.
Heritage Street. You can see them there on the right, over there.
Now you have arrived at your destination.
There we go. So there's one charger like that on its side, and then 3 like that. So I guess we'll take one on the edge here. Actually, I'll take this one. Let me take a better photo. Okay, so Joey's going to plug in. So this is a V2 supercharger. There are 2 plugs, that's how you can tell. CCS2. Joey's going to plug in there. Excellent. So I've just had to move the car a little bit, so I'm right on the edge of this parking spot. Otherwise, the cord may not have reached. I tested it before, and I parked right on the edge, right against the this barrier here for this spot. And now it reaches comfortably. All right, it's charging away here in Keith. Let's have a look at the signs here. It says, please consider nearby residents turn off lights. I guess there may have been a complaint because the Tesla lights do tend to stay on. So I guess that's the courteous thing to do if you're charging here in Keith at night. Turn your lights off. Tesla vehicle charging only. Good signs as usual. A couple of spots here. And there's the Tesla sign there. Excellent. And yes, there is a house across the street there, so the courteous thing to do is to turn your lights off when you're charging at night. And I just want to show you this spot here, which is quite good. This is a long spot for, I guess, if you've got a trailer, perhaps, if you're towing something. Yes, Teslas can tow. Got a long spot here if you need to charge, if you're towing something with a Model X or a modified Model S or 3. And just across the park there are toilets as well, so that's good to know if you need toilets when you're charging. So we're not going to stay here too long. Currently is 41% state of charge, saying there's 20 minutes remaining if we want to top up to 81%. Charging at 109 kilowatts. And our final destination for tonight is Tailem Bend, 117 kilometers away. So let's press that now. So really, we only need 5 more minutes of charging time to continue this trip. But of course, as usual, we'd like to charge a bit more. If we were to only charge for 5 more minutes, then we'd reach Tailem Bend with 9% left. Okay, so there are the public bathrooms next to the Tesla Supercharger. And if I pan around here, the rest of the town is just to my left. You'll see it very soon, just down the main street there. And there is a bakery as well, which is not currently open, but I'm sure it would be within business hours. Okay, Joy's going to unplug. Thank you, Joy. All right, let's head off on our way to Tailem Bend. so at the end of day 6, let's summarise what happened today. So we started the day from Port Fairy, we charged in Warrnambool, and we arrived in Warrnambool with 54% state of charge. And then from Warrnambool we drove to Horsham, Western Victoria, arrived with 26% state of charge. That was a long drive, that one, 234 kilometres, the longest of the day. And we drove from Horsham to Keith, arriving with 35% state of charge, 203 kilometres. And finally from Keith to Tailem Bend, where we have rested for the night at the ridges here in Tailem Bend, which we'll review tomorrow, 133 kilometres. So for a total of 601 kilometres, by far the longest driving day so far. We've now driven 2,276 kilometres according to Tesla Scope since leaving Sydney. So today we charged 4 times, each time using a Tesla Supercharger. First time in Warrnambool, 23 minutes to get from 55 to 91%. In Horsham, we charged from 28 to 89%, and that took 32 minutes, but that was okay because we had lunch as well at the same time. In Keith, in South Australia, we charged from 35% to 68%. That took 12 minutes. That was only a quick top up because we knew that Tailem Bend was only an hour and a half away. We topped up to 100% this time because we had dinner at the service station as well. And I do highly recommend wok in a box, very authentic Asian food in a service station. I was quite surprised. So well done, wok in a box. So in total, we topped up 134.04 kilowatt hours today. And in terms of cost, it cost us nothing today as usual because we have lots of credit thanks to our generous viewers over the years using our referral to buy their own Teslas. For a Model 3 driver paying 52 cents per kilowatt hour charging at each of these Tesla Superchargers, it would have cost you $69.70 for the day. For a ICE car paying $2 per litre at an efficiency of 10 litres per 100 kilometres. I do appreciate that there are of course more efficient vehicles out there, so take that into consideration when you're doing your own calculations. But at this efficiency it would have cost $114.40 to add the equivalent range that we did in our Tesla Model 3 today. And these figures are from my Tesla account. That's the statement they give me. So overall, after 6 days of driving, we have paid $0 for supercharging and just charging in general. A Model 3 driver on average would have paid $198.94. I do appreciate too, of course, that you could be paying less if you use free chargers like the ones provided by NRMA in New South Wales. And also you do get a discount with some motoring associations for other third-party non-Tesla chargers. For a ICE vehicle paying this much in petrol, as I said before, with this amount of efficiency, it would have cost you $376.90 by now. Of course, taking into account your car could be more efficient than this. Okay, so let's summarize what happened today and also plan for tomorrow as well. So today we left Warrnambool in the morning and we drove up to Horsham in Western Victoria, and then we crossed the border into Keith, and we are spending the night in Tailem Bend just outside of Adelaide. Tomorrow we'll be driving to Adelaide and then spending the next 2 nights in Adelaide and visiting the wonderful sites in and around Adelaide, South Australia. Alright everyone, thanks so much for watching so far. Hope you're enjoying these videos as much as we're enjoying this trip, and I'll see you at the next video for part 7. And as always, happy charging.